Leo, this is Hybrid Hipster with your 2-week span beginning of January 2020. We're now in a year. We're in Capricorn now. That brings about thinking about our long-term goals, our achievements that we've come onto, basically, what we've gained from those achievements, and what we can take further on with that energy we can achieve with the prior energies that we put into our previous goals. It's all about being mindful about our stability and what we can bring, and what are the long-term goals that it's going to try for us to actually manage to reach those goals and then complete them. So it's a little bit of a hectic energy. We're all gonna feel it. It's not too bad though. It's not too terrible. I don't mind the energy. So I'm shuffling right now for your oracle cards. You're gonna tell me what kind of energy you're in for this upcoming 2 weeks, what energy you're gonna be working with, and what state of mind you're gonna be in, basically. I just need 2 more cards. I'm only pulling 3 if the other 2 would come out. Very stubborn. Okay. You guys have some really pretty cards. Wow. Okay. 1 more. There we go. Okay. So, your overall energy really does speak of forming bonds with others, which Leo, you really you love and enjoy doing that. You love being around people, you love meeting new people, you love making new friends, you love making new acquaintances. You're a very social butterfly of all the fire signs. The only one that could really compete with you, I feel like, would be Aries, but not on the level that you are. You pretty much thrive on having those connections with people, whether it be a small connection to a very deep and loving connection. Either way, you just enjoy being around others and embracing their energy, embracing their differences, and, you know, really just enjoying other people's presence. So for your first card, you have I speak positively of others. Second is I'm open to love in various forms. And your third is I offer words of good intent. So when speaking with others, I do know that Leo can be a very, very, very real sign. I'm an Aquarius, you are the opposite. So, well, not opposite, but, you know, polar each other. You spend your whole life going through and just really genuinely being yourself. You are friendly to all, even if you do have a personal problem with that person. You tend to not let that affect your demeanor or how you're carrying yourself around that individual, which is very respectable, honestly. You can keep your composure in most situations. You are very good at, you know, being the light of situation or being like an alleviation for that, making people's days. You are very good for that. You have a very loving energy about you, and you enjoy receiving that back. You take love, admiration, you know, attention from all different forms. Friendships, lovers, kids, it doesn't matter what it is. A pet. Either way, you feel, if you can feel that unconditional love and that embracing of, you know, just having that connection with that someone or that something, then you are in your happiest state. Now, you're going to want to be mindful of that though, because you don't want to have to end up in a situation to where with Capricorn energy, it's going to be a lot more competitive. It's going to feel as though everybody's not being on a team. Everyone's not working in a team effort. I know Leo's like, they like the limelight. They like to stand out, but they do enjoy having camaraderie. They do enjoy having that, like I said, that connection with people, that groups and settings of people. And then, so when it comes to this kind of energy where everybody's kind of out to fend for themselves, which is kind of the energy that I'm picking up on personally for me in Capricorn, you will see that a lot more because people are now thinking about the long term. They're not just thinking about short term. So they're thinking about securing their future. So at any means necessary, they're going to do that. and it turns into like a really negative competitive kind of feel, and that could be very uncomfortable for a Leo. They don't mind being competitive, but they don't feel that it's comfortable or it sits well with them to walk on another person's head, or be disregarded because they feel as though they're on a higher level than that other person. A Leo does not appreciate that type of treatment. They want to be in a environment where they can grow, glow, and flourish. And I think that's really important in you to be mindful of going into this. So when I pull your general reading, because it is a general reading, whatever resonates, take. Whatever does not resonate, do not try to make it fit. If it doesn't fit, then you can find another video, and someone will probably have your message out there for you. I'm going to do a present energy of what you're in, and then I'll do a future energy of what you're going to be entering into probably by the end of the 2 weeks, depending on how you're cycling through this energy and how quickly you're moving through it. Get your top go first. It's the energy that we are working with in the present for Leo, January 20th. Present. Ooh, well, right out the bat, we have an 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Where on my kind of upset. There we go. Another one. Wow. So, oh my gosh. Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so yeah, this energy might be a little rough for you to cycle through. Understandable, like I said. You don't enjoy that kind of negative energy. Healthy, competitive energy. You do not enjoy, this fighty kind of energy. You don't enjoy that because you don't think that it's right to do it that way. You think that everyone should have an equal, fair opportunity, and that, they should approach it with, some type of, because you are a lion, with some type of dignity almost. You should have dignity about what you're doing. So we're going to cycle through these cards first, and then we'll move into your future energy. So, hold on, I'm going to take a drink. Okay. So your first card out, overall, is the energy for overall, pretty much all of these cards, is a 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And that is not wanting to continue on an endeavor or putting an effort into something, because you just don't see it feasible anymore. And again, that's like, it's not surprising for you to be in this type of energy, because now we're all counting stock of, well, if I spend 2 years here, is this actually going to work out for me, or is this going to be just a waste of my time? So we're all trying to consider that at this moment right now, trying to really take stock of what's good for us, and what isn't going to bring us any positivity within the new year. And we're in a new year now. It's time to change and grow. You have two. Okay, so you have the Sun in reverse, the Knight of Coin in reverse, and the Page of Sword in reverse. This is usually, the Page of Sword can go either way. And there goes that competitive energy, like I said. Yeah, you're trying to stay emotionally stable within this situation, because it might get underneath you. It's going to get underneath your skin. I can feel like the energy coming off of it, that it is getting underneath your skin. With the Page of Sword being in reverse, though, upright, they usually are people who are very vigilant. They are observant of their surroundings. They are paying attention to what's going on. They usually stand back and like really just watch and see how everything is playing out. But with it being in reverse, it's like you have turned all attention away from this situation. You're not putting work into it. You're not really putting your mental strength into it. You're not really putting anything into it. It's because it's, with the Sun being in reverse, I don't think that's a realization. I think that's more of like a depressive state. And I say that because it makes a lot of sense to where you don't want to continue on, especially with the Knight of Coin. You just don't want to continue on going that route because it's bringing you nothing but sadness. There's nothing but competitive around, like competitive energy, as I was saying in the beginning. And the energy that you're coming from is more, you know, you want to lift others up along with yourself. You don't want to just lift yourself, you want to lift others as well. You're coming from a very balanced, like King of Cups energy as well. A very emotionally balanced person. You are trying to not get caught up within this energy of this, like I said, this very negative energy where everyone's kind of being cutthroat toward each other and not really considering, you know, how that's affecting the other person behind them. And I think you are being considerate of that. And that's why all of your cards are basically showing that. It's showing that, you know, I want to show love and I want to receive love back. I don't want to have all this negative bullcrap thrown in my face or be treated like crap because I'm not doing exactly what you're doing or how you're doing it. So, and like I said, it makes a lot of sense because we're taking stock of what we're doing with our time now. Our time is precious to us now. Like I said, we're in 2020. We're moving forward now. Every new year we start to think about what we can do better to better progress ourselves and bring more positivity into our life. And that's what you're trying to do. In this situation, though, it may be a work situation. You just don't want to deal with it anymore because it's too much. Yeah, the Fool's on the bottom. You want to take a leap of faith and walk away from this situation because the situation has just become too burdensome, too complicated, and just, you don't find it worth the time or effort. And you're watching everyone scramble and do the same thing, and you're just looking like, how are any of you going to get any further doing the same thing that you've been doing? Next is followed with the Four of Pentacles. So upright, this usually means that you're pretty stabilized. You feel comfortable with where you are and what you've gained. Oh my. Leo. And at this moment in time, you're okay with what you have. You're okay with, even if other people, like I said, seem to think that small things are not really something to even talk about or brag about. In your eyes, you're like, you know, it doesn't really matter about your opinion because I'm proud of what I accomplished. It doesn't really matter what your opinion of the matter is. I think that I did a good job, and that's all that really matters to me. Okay, there's only one card. Yeah, you're surrounded. Ooh, so the Nine of Wands is here, right after that Four. It's like you're so comfortable. Holy, you're so comfortable with the situation and position that you're in that with the Nine of Wands being in reverse, you have your, almost like you have your guard down. You're not on guard. You're not being, because you can see with this card, like this line is in or whatever you would consider it. It's a big cat in the brush, watching with these bright eyes and paying attention. I think I'm gonna say lion. But in reverse, the lion's not paying attention to what the hell is going on around them. They're just like, I'm fine where I am and everything is fine. As long as you don't come near me, everything's fine, being kind of oblivious to situations around them. And then a Tower moment comes in for you, followed by the Nine of Sword. So the Nine of Sword energy is all about it's like being surrounded by so much turmoil and so much, like it's like you're almost caught off guard and you're just like, whoa, I didn't expect that to come towards me. Like, I'm over here being positive and being nice and treating everyone well. Why are you coming at me like this? Like, why is this happening? Why are you doing this? And you weren't prepared for this. You did not see it coming. So you feel unprepared, like under attack, feel like you're being attacked, and you don't really know what to do about the situation itself because you weren't prepared for this battle to begin with. So with that, all of that happening, you know, with the page of coin followed that, and then the Page of Wands, it's like you learned something from that situation. Because the Page of Coin is all about learning new things and or going off on a new path. So you could have very well have done both, because you have the Page of Wands sitting right next to that upright as well. So you can be doing both of those simultaneously at the same time as you're learning from this experience, as you're learning from this lesson. You're moving on from the lesson as well, because you don't see any feasible path with it at all. There's nothing else to be done with this situation, because that's not even something you're comfortable with. So whoever did this to you, you're walking away from that and you're turning your back from it, because you were never comfortable with that type of treatment anyways, because you haven't done that to this person. So you're not comfortable basically being in the company of people who are not on the same vibrational level as you. So that being said, let's move on to the Page of Wands in reverse now. Let's see why you're in that energy. Because you were upright, but the Page of Wands in reverse is usually someone who just feels almost stagnant, like they don't have any passion to go and do anything like grand and wonderful within them, or maybe they just don't know what they want to do yet, which actually makes a lot of sense, because after that whole situation, like, you're like, okay, well, it's time for me to move on now, obviously. And then you go to move on, you don't know what you're moving on to. Like, so now where do I go? How do I move on from this? And it seems as though that it really, really did tear you up. Like, it wasn't something easy for you to walk through, because, like I said, you weren't doing anything with ill intent towards anyone else. But you are a King of Wands. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you were in a negative energy at all towards this individual or this group of people. They kind of sort of, in 3 Pentacle, there it is. This might be workplace. Oh, it's workplace. It's like you have all this passion inside of you, and you know all your raw potential. You know all the things that you can achieve and what you find achievable for yourself. And at the end of the day, you want to move forward, and because you know your true potential, you know what you can do and what you can achieve. So what you're basically trying to do is to reach this goal with this energy, because you're like, you know what, now I know my worth. That type of situation that you walked away from, especially that type of lesson, will teach you your worth. You will see your worth at that point. Then you cycle into a 2 of Sword energy, which means you made a decision. It was a head or heart decision. You're like, what decision do I make? Which way do I go? You make that decision, and you see the situation, especially with this 3 Pentacle being in reverse, as what it is. But it's almost as if you can't walk away physically from the situation. Maybe it's because you are financially bound at the moment and you can't just up and leave a job. You need this job to be able to survive, which is more than understandable. But I think the biggest lesson to be pulled from it, I don't really think, is to just drop everything that you're doing and move on. I think the whole lesson here is even though these people are coming at you crazy, because that's how I kind of feel, you're like, these people are coming at me crazy and I don't understand why. It's because more than likely you have a light that you're shining that they don't have, and they envy that. So, just try to stay within your element and not be bogged down by this. And I see you doing that because the sun is here. That's happiness. You're finding happiness within yourself. And you can see that here. It's reiterated with that King of Wands energy. So, I would definitely commend you on that, because some people can't just up and leave their jobs. They have to stay in that situation because they have no other choice. And maybe it might not even be a job. Maybe it just be a living situation or anything along those lines. But sometimes we got to do what we got to do. We have a pair now. We have a Queen of Wands and a 9 of Cups. Shit. You know what? I think that this is a perfect example of staying within your element, staying on a higher vibrational level, really being true to yourself, and being true to yourself without speaking negatively. You offer peace and, peace and love. Even though these people are attacking you, you still try your best to do what needs to be done in order to, keep yourself out of that darkness, keep yourself within that light. You continuously keep yourself in that light. And that is what's so beautiful about a Leo, is you guys have that resilience, that strength. The strength card is literally your card. You have the resilience to make it through anything. And now you have the Queen of Wands out as well with the 9 of Cups. So you just being yourself is what brings you in that. No, at the end of the day, it's just knowing and being proud that you stayed within your element, that you did not let them take you out of your element at all. You did not let them phase you or knock you down or any of those things. Stayed and stayed your ground, and it led to this happiness, and it really, honestly, it pushed you into another level of power. And now you're looking at back at the situation at this point right now and going, wow, like I really did make it through there, and I didn't have to be like they were. I could have been just myself, and I made it through there, and I made it pretty much a little less unscathed than they did. And like karma is karma. Karma will eventually come around. It has to work itself around, And maybe you're very well standing back and watching that happen, because like I said, it has to work itself out. It doesn't just stay in a residual state. It's not going to. So, wow. You can then cycle into an Eight of Swords energy, which again, I can completely understand if you're still stuck in this current situation. But as I said before, I completely understand that sometimes you can't just up and change that situation. Sometimes you have to tough it out until the right moment comes or the right opportunity comes for you to be able to move on. So while you're stuck in this state, I need you to be very careful, because there's going to be somebody coming towards you on some bullshit. You have the Knight of Coin out with the Five of Swords in reverse, which is, somebody dropping their ego. Oh my. It's a connection you have with someone. You're not getting any emotional fulfillment from this, though. And it's because there's trickery linked to this. So this may be an individual person you're dealing with right now. Could be a partner. Could be, like I said, it could resonate with anyone energetically. Like a family member, anyone. So it's like they come towards you, and they're coming towards you, and you can see them coming towards you, and they've dropped their ego now, but there's still some sneaky behavior behind this. And maybe it's because they can see that the effects of what they had on you, there's no longer that same connection between you two that you once had, because you have the Two of Cups in reverse here. That's when you have a deep connection with someone. And it's now severed. It's not the same. But like I said, you need to be very wary of this person, because this person coming towards you does not have good intentions. They have the Seven of Swords here. That's all about sneaky behavior and trickery. You see the little raccoon there holding on to the goddamn knives. Like, be very wary. And again, here you are. You're caught off guard. You're caught off guard again. And the Ace of Cups is in reverse. So it's just like, you keep trapping yourself in this stagnant place where you keep blinding yourself and acting as if you don't understand what's going on. And sometimes Leos do have a tendency of doing that, because they're actually very, very intelligent people. They just present themselves like they're not. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a defense mechanism, but every Leo I've ever met, they're extremely intelligent people. Very extreme. Like, if you actually sit down and listen to them speak, they're very intelligent. It's just, to the outside world, they don't present themselves like that. And that's how they end up in these situations where these people come in and they take advantage of them while they're down, because they know how this person works. And this person has to be close to you, because Leos can really hide when they're in a really bad place as well. Some Leos can. Other Leos, because they post it all over Facebook. But that's beside the point. Most Leos are very, very, very good at having a poker face. So this person knows who you are. They know how you tick. And they know what they did to you. It was a lie. And it's linked to an emotional fulfillment with the Ace of Cups. And it's like they didn't give that to you. They gave you a whole roll of bullshit. Oh, lordy. So let's see. Four of Swords is out next. So yeah, you need rest after this whole situation, because you might have multiple people coming after you. And not to make you feel paranoid or anything, because like I said, you can handle this. You got this. This is not the first time in a rodeo. You got lots of haters behind you, and that's just what it is. And that you can move past it, but we're going to see what exactly is going on. Get a little bit more clarification. 4 swords. This is 4 swords. Okay. Oh lordy. So we have the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Moon, with the 6 of Cups in reverse. So what I want you to do is be mindful. Because what I think you're doing here, Leo, is I think, like I said before, you enjoy receiving and reciprocating love. You need to make sure that you're being wary of who you're giving that love to. I understand everybody wants to feel accepted. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to, you know, have that partner, that dream partner that they want. More so, Leos are more so like that because they are family oriented. That's just how they are. They enjoy being loved. That's just Leo. So you need to be mindful of who you're giving this out to, because this person or whoever you're dealing with has no good intentions or intentions of, you know, it's not going to be the same. Okay, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. So whatever you're going towards after you get this rest and you balance yourself back out again, because here you are with the King of Cups again. Here you are with this balance. You are with the Knight of Wands going out and searching. And then you hit this Moon card with the 6 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Cups upright is usually about having, reminiscing and being happy and, you know, things being, it's almost like a childish kind of feeling. Like when you go to a certain place and you smell a certain smell and it's from your childhood and you reminisce about that and it makes you happy. This situation is not going to do that for you. It's not going to be the same. You're going to try to make it the same and it's not. And I think after you realize that, because it's going to be hidden again, it's all hidden from you. And it's because I think you just, oh, the Priestess comes in. Okay. Whew. I think once you realize this, you tend to isolate yourself so that you can regain balance again. You have to regain balance within yourself. Because Leos really do they travel by the seat of their pants. Like, they make really quick, vast decisions, but most of the time, ironically enough, it works out for them. I have no idea how. I don't understand. But maybe it's just the Leo thing. I'm not hating. Congratulations. You got a special trick that none of us else got, other than Sagittarius. Sagittarius kind of sort of outbeats you with the Magician. But you guys kind of still carry that same type of energy where you're like, you know, I'm going to rely on my heart and what I want and what I think is right. And then that's what's going to be right. That's what's going to lead me to what I need. But this isolation and like cutting yourself off from maybe the surrounding issues or areas that really bothered you is a necessity for you to get back in tune with that intuition. Because you do have the High Priestess here. And she's blinded to everything. She relies solely on her senses, on her feeling energy around her. And then going in the right direction, if that makes sense. And it will to most Leos, because that's how Leos navigate. You guys navigate by passion. You don't navigate by textbook logic and what should be done and can't be done. And you guys are dreamers. That's what you do. You're a dream weaver, literally. Okay, so there's a opportunity coming in after all of this is said and done. Let me get this. Sorry, that was funny. Okay, so after all that's said and done, you have a new opportunity coming in for you. But again, there's a false person here that's going to try to keep you entrapped in this situation. Basically going to make you feel as though you can't take that leap of faith. This person might be actually a very negative person towards you, might talk down to you, may manipulate you mentally, or try to like really just try to break you down as a person. Because you have the 4 of Wands in reverse here after the Ace of Pentacles too. So you're going into this Ace of Pentacles solely because you need to get away from this other situation. But there's like this blockage here of this connection that you have with someone, and they're going to make you think that you should stay in this situation when you really shouldn't, because you have the Four Swords again. It's like this person is so draining to you that you have to literally take breaks between doing things because you just can't keep up with all of the drainage that they do to you, like all the damage that they deal to you. So, and then, like I said, the Fool in reverse, either you're going to begin to act reckless, or this person is acting reckless by treating you that way, and that's what pushes you into this Three of Wands energy, or you're feeling as though you can't make a movement forward because of this person. So either way, it's in direct correlation with this person, however it resonates and however you take it. The Three of Wands is all about finding a new pathway and being optimistic about that. Expansions, like, you know, believing that you can do just about anything. Like I said, you're a dream weaver. You believe in things that a lot of people think, no, that's not logical. That's never going to happen. That's not, you can't do that. Whereas a Leo just looks at you and scoffs and goes, I mean, I don't know what kind of life you're living, but I can do whatever the hell I want. Like, I have enough confidence within myself that I know I can do that. So that's how you end out your present energy, which is not bad at all, Leo. We'll slide these up. We'll hit your future energy. Let's see what kind of energy you're working with there. Hold on, I gotta write something down. Okay. And resume. So we're going into present energy for Leo for January 2020. What is the... Oh, I said present. No, I did not. No wonder no cards. Future energy for Leo, January 2020. Future energy for Leo, 2020. And there we go. Seven of Wands, the Four of Wands, the World in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and I need one more. One more card, please. Oh, two cards. Well, they go together. The Two of Cups and the Devil in reverse. Both of those cards are in reverse. So there's a falling out that needs to happen because it's toxic, needless to say. But we'll put those over there because they pretty much clarified themselves. And you have the Strength card in reverse. So someone's taking you out of your power, which is not good, Leo, because that is what you solely rely on, power. The Seven of Wands is here, so you're definitely on guard towards something. You're on guard and you're ready to fight. You're ready to defend all the things that you worked for. You're ready to defend all the things that you love. You know, you're ready to make that, you're ready to take that battle on, to face it head on. Let's see what this Seven of Wands is about. This is Seven of Wands. You have the Empress in reverse. The Moon. The Knight of Wands. Oh Lordy, yeah. Someone's gonna get hurt. The Lovers is now here, so not only do you have the Two of Cups, but you have the Lovers. So this is definitely revolving around, again, what I just explained to you. Giving your love to someone does not appreciate that and or appreciate you. They don't respect this connection, that not as much as you do. And they honestly, like I said, have taken you out of your power. The Empress in reverse is someone who really has lost touch with themselves. They have no balance within themselves. They don't feel good about themselves. They feel very low about themselves. They have very low self-esteem. They don't care how people treat them, really, because they don't think they deserve anything better other than how that person is treating them. Which, just so you know, if you're dealing with a narcissist, that is the textbook thing that they're going to do to you. They're going to knock you down until you feel like a piece of crap, and then they're gonna leap off of that. They're gonna make you stay around because you don't feel like you deserve anything better than them, and who's really gonna love you other than them? That is literally what they do. That is textbook for a narcissist. So like I said, you need to be and it's like you're trying to get away. You're trying to get away to something new, and you can't even see where you're going with the moon card. And I think this is a big theme. This is a very big theme at this point, of you trying to get away from this situation, you trying to move past the situation, and it's not happening that way. It's just because you can't see where you're going, you can't see where you're walking into. You don't know if it's going to be something terrible, but you're just trying to seek out which direction you should go in, because at this point you're at such a low level that you really don't know how to work yourself out of it. And that happens a lot and that's what I'm saying with Leos. You have to be very they literally are cats. You are a cat. You have to be careful on how you pledge that loyalty, because a lot of people take advantage of that, and they don't care about that. They don't care about loyalty. They don't care about you really caring about them and showing them love and doing small little things that come from your heart. They don't care about those things. All they care about is what they want to receive from you. And sometimes you get into situations where it's too late for you to see that. It's too late for you to see it all falling apart until it finally falls apart. And when it falls apart, it's bad. It's actually as bad as it could possibly be, because you've fallen so deep into this cycle, so deep into this repetitive pattern, that you can't pull yourself out now, because you're in so deep. And that's what I'm saying with you have to be very careful of how you are allowing yourself to be accessed from others on the outside. You can't just let anyone access you, especially your soul and your mind, and especially your mental state of your mind, because once they take hold into that, it doesn't end. Oh my, that already came out. Here we go. All right, I like to see this out for you so you can see them. So there's not an instant, and I think, okay, so this situation is what I'm thinking it is along the lines of being. And so when we begin to enter into those cycles, it's hard for us to pull ourselves out of them. Get so deep in. So with the Four Wands, there's a potential of growth here. There's a seven, but there's illusionments around them. And I think honestly, Leo, what it really is your preconceived idea of what a relationship is going to be like. Because you think, if I love, 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 and love, and love, then they'll love me back. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we have a Five of Cups here in reverse as well. It's in reverse, so you're moving out of that feeling, but that is linked usually to despair, to confusion, deep depression, not knowing how to work through things, like looking at all the things that have not worked out and not looking at the future opportunities behind you and moving past them. Like I said, you get stuck in this very repetitive energy because you're trying to figure out why it's never good enough, and it's not that it's not good enough. It's just that sometimes people, like I said, don't appreciate what you have to give to the situation itself, and that's just on them. That's not on you. And then we go into this Emperor energy with the Hangman in reverse. So it's like you're taking your energy, or not energy, but your power back. You're like, I need my power back. Give me my power back. Give me my control back over me. It's not that you even want control over the situation. You want control back from all those people who took that control from you and made you feel this way. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the Hangman is in reverse. It's not as if you're choosing to stay there. You're choosing to look at it from a different viewpoint. Well, what if I took my energy back and went into Emperor mode? Emperors, they run. I'm sorry, I almost cursed. I'm gonna say it anyways because they fucking run shit. Okay? They run their empires. They are the rulers of their kingdom. They are the emperor. And so that's a lot of power to have. And the emperor, in your case, I feel like is You are the emperor of yourself, of your soul, of your mental state, of who you give yourself to. And you need to be mindful of that, because it, like I said, it's something that is taken advantage of. It's something good that you have to offer. It's not just your body, it's not just money, it's not any of those things. It's love, and love is hard to come by nowadays. You understand that, but most people are not going to understand. So let's move on to the world card in reverse. I feel like there's something that can't be restarted, or I don't think it's really going to be restarted. I feel like you're just going to move into another cycle, but it can't be started until you really are able to move away from this situation. You're not going to be able to start anything new because you're still around that energy, that low vibrational energy, I should say. Let me see this world card in reverse. Yeah, the King of Cups. Yeah, someone who's false, who keeps you around on an emotional level and plays with your emotions in your minds. Narcissist, who will manipulate you into thinking that you're the problem, that you're taking advantage of them, and that, you know, you never really love them if you don't stay, or they've done this, X, Y, and Z for you, and why aren't you grateful for that? They're going to try to play off of any little thing in the world to get you to think that you need to stay. But you're not going to do it, because there's so much crap here. They're only offering you crap. Again, you have the Four of Wands in reverse. This time you have that competitive energy in reverse, where you may have been going toe-to-toe with another person you didn't even realize you were. They're entertaining a whole other person on the other side. Or, like I said, if you're not in a relationship, this could be vice versa of you being in a workplace and dealing with, oh, wow. Whew. Are you dealing with competitive bullshit and people, you know, pretending to be your friend, and they're not really out to look out for you? The beautiful part about this whole thing is, though, I'm going to show you. You have the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Two of Cups upright. Somebody's coming in and they understand you and they appreciate you for who you are. You may already have this person around you, but this is cycling into the future. But I don't think you do. This is Nine of Cups, and this is a wish fulfillment. You've been wishing and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for this person to come in for you, and been so patient and been just, you know, diligently doing you and trying to fix what all has been broken within you. And that's finally when everything turns and somebody comes in, which is beautiful. The Ten of Swords in reverse is healing from that past hurt. Like I said, you're trying to heal, and as you're healing, as you're fixing all of those broken parts, you're bringing in another person who may have been through a similar situation as you, and you guys can heal together. You need to be with someone who's like-minded. They don't have to be completely the same as you, but they need to be like-minded. They need to understand, you know, how to navigate that situation, and or understand the pain and everything that you've been through. That's very important. Oh my. Oh, sorry, I thought I heard something. Okay. So we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I think this may be the individual you're dealing with, actually. I just... And or it's you not going towards it. Yeah, it might be you just not going towards that person, but I can see it vice versa. And the reason why I'm saying that is because once you block your energy off from a person that's like that, and you go and you move away from them, they then realize that they can no longer burden you. They can no longer have control over you because you're taking your power back. You're no longer allowing them to hold that spot within your mind. You're no longer allowing them to manipulate situations and, you know, use you for all you have. They're seeing that. They're seeing you grow in your power, which is making them back off. The other flip side to this, from your point of view, is you're no longer going to go towards that person because they have nothing to offer. You're going to unburden yourself with the Ten of Wands in reverse. You don't want to carry that load anymore, and you don't want to carry all their baggage with you. You have to. It's not your baggage, it's theirs. You're no longer going to keep hope within the situation or with this, whoever this is, because it's the Lovers and the Star card in reverse. There's no optimism, there's no hope, there's no anything within this situation because it's a severed connection anyway. Toxic, karmic, almost connection anyway. With the Two of Wands in reverse, there's no feasible path that you can take with this. You can't take it any further than what you've already taken it. It's over. It needs to be dropped. You understand that. And the other person sees that. So that's what I'm saying. It could go two ways. It could go your way, it could go their way. So then we have the Seven of Cups. And again, that's dropping the illusionments, the confusion that's surrounding that situation. That toxic situation. It's the Seven of Cups. Well, they're just flipping out for me at this point. Jeez. Okay, so we have the, yeah. Like I said, it's not going to be easy for you to release this. It is going to be a tower moment. It's going to crash down. This other person, I don't think is going to take it very well, though. Because like I said, it's a nasty energy to be in. It's a nasty situation to be in. It's nothing but toxicity. And now that it's being severed, it can't be anymore. It just can't be. The illusion has been dropped. The facade has been dropped. You see your worth and you remembered who you were. You awoke from that dream and now you're starting to build a new one. So it's going to be a rough patch because now you're starting to see the situation for what it is. You're realizing that you're not going to be able to gain and achieve what you wanted. But there is a new path for you to take. It's going to be treacherous. Not in like a literal sense, but like more like a metaphorical sense. It's going to be treacherous for you to go through because it's going to be painful. And I really feel like this Five of Cups is going to be on both ends. Because this person's going to be sad that they can no longer use you. And you're going to be sad because now you're facing the fact that you were allowing this person for how long to utilize, you know, resources that you didn't even know they were taking from you. You're seeing it for what it is, but you are going to move past it. You're moving on to better things. This is just going to be residual energy that's going to be coming behind that to try to wreak havoc. And really what you're going to be doing is still in the process of healing from that. There's no, you know, there's no way around it. I wasn't gonna... Ace of Wands, yeah. You have a new opportunity coming in and you manifested it yourself. That's the funniest part. Is you brought it in yourself by just taking your power back. Refusing to take anything less, and you untied yourself from that. The Hermit in reverse, isolating yourself. The Page of Coin, going off and finding something different, something new, you know. And this is something you built. It's not anyone else's. It's just yours. You should be proud of yourself for moving on from a situation that was so heartbreaking, because I feel like it's in multiple instances. It's not just in, you know, one. I don't know if they're going to give me any more cards. I just flipped them. Alright, Leo. I don't have any more cards for you. Yours was pretty cut and dry. You know? You need to be more mindful of who you're giving your heart to. You have so much love to give, and you have so many good intentions to give, and you have so many positive things to offer people. Why offer them to toxic people who are just going to leech off of that and then leave you drained and then leave you all by yourself after they've gotten everything they wanted? That's not fair to you. And you shouldn't walk around and accept that, ever. You weave your own dreams. You create your own existence. Your mind is a powerful thing. Because whatever you believe you exist in, or what you can achieve, or what you deserve, is what you live in. That's the existence you live in. That's how strong your mind is. And you need to understand that and utilize it for good for yourself, not for everyone else around you. And that's the most important message from that, is to be mindful of how allowing others to treat you and who you're allowing within your space. So I wish you luck. I will see you in another 2 weeks when I do your next overall energy reading. Again, I love you, Leo, and good luck.